we're not live yet. We're going live. We're twirling.
Stop. It's live.
Live from Ventnor, New Jersey, the home of Ray and Zach.
Yeah, Ray and Zach. Members only live stream. If you're not a Your Auto Advocate member, go back to the website yourautoadvocate.com if you're watching the replay. Become a member.
Yeah.
Thursday nights.
Yeah. And even if you are a member, you might not get the email telling you about it.
Starting off tonight with some cheap shots. Not cheap shots. Something we're working on.
No. What didn't
wait a
mean it
second.
as a cheap shot.
Okay. The internet was hanging up there. We were going red for a second. I'm going to keep my eyes on that.
Okay, please, yeah.
Stream should be coming through good. We're working on embedding the live streams back into your account on Your Auto Advocate, so no more confusion about getting emails.
Embedding. I've always wanted to be embedded.
Well, not only are you going to be a browser extension, but there's also the potential for you to be embedded.
Wow.
Get excited, Pops.
Yes.
Okay, let's do what we normally do. Let's
Yes.
welcome and say hello to everyone, then let's jump into the questions. We've got plenty of them.
Yes. Skylar's in the house. Welcome, Skylar. George K. Beth Brandt. Skull and Bones 19. Not to be confused with Skull and Bones 18 or 20.
Yeah, no, good point.
Terry Summers. Ramon Flores. Osmond Giuliani.
Jenny.
Jenny Richards, the retired one. Jeanette 46. Terry... you got to move Summers. Yeah.
Alan, Gary,
and
Melissa.
The whole crew's in the house.
Roll call completed.
Yes.
Let's hop into the emails.
Okay.
We are, I am sorry to report, over 2,000 unread emails. So we're trying our best to keep it under 2,000.
Wait. What's where?
We.
Where'd the we come from?
Well, I think
We're not trying.
We is a game console.
Yeah.
And it is also something we are trying to do with my email.
No. Take ownership. It's something you're trying to do.
All right, by next Thursday night's live stream. You know what?
No.
We're doing the 10 days, 10 ways campaign.
We are.
So we're going live 10 days in a row.
Yeah, like if you
starting on Saturday night.
If you already get too much of us, it's gonna get worse.
And every night you'll be able to see my email inbox, and that'll be our measurement and gauge.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Your hair was curly there.
All right, Pops.
And now it's
Meet G.
Slicked back.
Dealers are not ready to negotiate on tight inventory on cars like Sienna. Take it or leave it. They don't even bother to call you back. Ground reality is really tough. Last year, dealers would have 140 cars. They only have 40 now to sell.
Yes, that's a sad reality, and let the laziness amongst the staff begin. When there's very few cars, dealer practices usually get shot straight to hell, and the sales staff doesn't do a particularly good job of following up.
Maybe we can put Skylar and anyone else who's in the industry on the spot and in the chat if you want to kind of give us some perspective from your dealership, how your management's treating that, what's going on, how much inventory you have, things like that. I think that'd be incredible if you're willing to share.
You know, I got an email today from a Honda of Tempe in Tempe, Arizona, where I had bought a Honda Element, and they were wishing me a happy birthday, and they wanted to make sure that I was still enjoying my Honda Elm, and it was signed sincerely, sales manager. And I thought to myself, this is the epitome of laziness. you don't even get the vehicle information in there correctly, but you don't even put your sales manager's name in. Bad emails get bad results.
All right, let's look at the next email we have from Brett Day.
Okay.
Here's the pricing. I do have a trade, and they don't know about yet. And with the offer I have from Vroom, I have about $10,000 in positive equity.
Well, that's very good.
I know they are most likely not to negotiate since it's a brand new truck. Should I go with trade-in and rebates because the salesman said if I use X plan, which I qualify for, they wouldn't put all the money in the trade? What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, the X plan would probably, obviously, is going to save you money, and a lot of Ford dealers aren't even willing to do that right now. And if what you have to determine is whether or not the amount of trade they'll give you against the X plan would make sense for you to trade it in there or to just
you reading this?
No.
Dad. Skylar, want your take on this as well. Per Ford, truck is scheduled to arrive at Planet Ford approximately June 9th. Dealer cannot make any guarantees as to delivery time due to chip shortages and Ford Motor Corporation's transportation logistics services. I understand and will not hold dealer responsible for any delays. Sign here.
Okay, well, at least they're being upfront about it.
Larry R. is in the house as well.
Larry R.,
I mean, if you could get this at MSRP, jump on it.
If they're going to give you an X plan, yeah.
But take your trade elsewhere.
Well, my suspicion is that there wouldn't be enough tax savings for the trade allowance that they're going to give you to make up for what you'd be able to get it for.
We've got Skylar saying in the chat.
Yeah.
We have become basically a used car store. There's a reason why I haven't sent any other Ford invoices. Thank you, Skylar.
Yeah, you have no invoices to send. That's unfortunate. I feel bad for you.
Yep. Melissa's still looking for a truck as well.
Yeah. Everybody is. It's just
what do we do? How can we help?
Well, we could do 10 days and 10 ways to save, and we could live stream 10 consecutive nights and talk theory.
People are still finding deals. It's just really freaking hard.
For instance, we had a gentleman that wanted to get a new Defender, and he found a dealer that had one incoming or that they could divert, and it was like the only one in the region. And he said, well, they don't want to give me anything off of MSRP. I said, they know they have the only one in the region, and you want it. But he was able to work them for free crossbars for the roof rack. It's not much, but the crossbars were like $500, so it's something. You just have to work it a little bit. That's all you can do.
A lot of it. All right, so in the case of Brett, if you can take the X plan, take the X plan.
If they'll do X plan for you, do that.
And actually do it, yeah.
Yeah, and find out. And it doesn't seem as if that they have. What's the what are the aftermarket ads?
Well, they're T aftermarket.
Yeah, the T. The only reason I ask is this is an incoming vehicle. It's not there. They haven't had the opportunity to put anything on it. So my suggestion to you would be to say to them, hey, guess what? When it gets there, just do a pre-delivery inspection, and all the other crap that you normally want to add to a vehicle, you don't get to add to this one because it's pre-sold.
Yep.
Just a thought.
Makes plenty of sense.
So there, we might have just saved you another $1,500.
Wow.
Because that's what we're here for.
Godspeed to you, Brett. You got to do the real work. We're just
we're just
trying to point you in the right direction.
Yes.
Okay, this is from Nakia Dad.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm looking to buy a car for myself, and I may rent out from time. I may rent out from time to time. While I've been looking, I've noticed a lot of used Genesis G80s are for sale. Beautiful cars.
Yes, they are.
Is there some known issue outside of the recall on the ABS issue, or are these bad cars? Not bad cars. Carvana has a lot of them, and so many people are buying them, so I'm not sure if they have so many because they know the demand for that model is high, or if the previous owners had issues with it. Any insight? My mom really wants one, and I'm a little hesitant when it comes to used cars. Thank you. P.S. I think I've ran reports for cars every day since I joined for a membership. It's sort of addicting. What are your thoughts on the GV80 and why Carvana would have so many of them?
The first thing I would suggest to this gentleman is a 12-step program, admitting that you have an addiction and then doing something about it.
Not sure. Nakia may be a man or a woman.
Yeah,
so.
well, either way.
But
yes,
he or she.
This person,
yeah.
Yes. So the first step is admitting that you have an addiction and then entering
to running market price reports, yes.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's an addiction. The other thing I would say is I haven't really heard anything bad about the G80.
GV80.
That too.
It's the G80, but it's an SUV.
Yes, I mean, the only one that would possibly say anything bad about it is Tiger Woods.
Okay.
And other than that,
Nakia, I will give you some real insight from my perspective, which is Carvana is known to carry a lot more newer used vehicles. Okay, so like CarMax, their inventory is typically older used vehicles, and we've actually kind of corroborated this when we did a video. It'll be out soon. We took my dad's Mini.
Yes.
And we tried to sell it to all the big players.
Yes.
And the CarMax quote wasn't even close. The Carvana and the Vroom quotes were super high.
Yes.
The reason Carvana probably has so many of the Genesis GV80s is because they're paying...
they're willing to pay up for them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Well, it's just not necessary.
Bad exposure.
Well, it's just,
I'm sorry. I apologize.
The poor guy got hurt.
I'm sorry.
Drew says,
yeah.
Hi, Zach and Ray. Just to follow up to a previous question from a couple weeks ago, I purchased a gently used 2017 Kia Sorento with 45,000 miles last week from a Kia dealership near Long Beach.
Okay.
I selected that dealership because they provided an OTD price and I was able to get a true car discount. which was very close to your suggested offer price from the market price report.
Okay.
They didn't try to upsell anything, and there were no hidden fees, so things went pretty smoothly.
Okay.
The only thing I didn't like was that they required that I complete a credit application, even though I had my own financing.
Yeah.
The salesman gave me the "it's our policy" spiel
Yeah.
and said that part of the purpose was to verify my identity
Yes.
to ensure I wasn't a terrorist.
Yes, but they can run an AFAC report without getting your social security number to make sure that you're not on the terrorist watch list.
I said that I was sure they could verify my identity without a credit app, but I didn't want to walk out of the deal, so I reluctantly completed the application.
Yeah.
I guess I could have objected on the grounds of financial data privacy, but I didn't know what my rights were under that scenario. Can you address what a buyer can do when the policy is every buyer must complete a credit app, even if they are paying cash? I made a down payment of $2,500 so they could have used that as a deposit if they wanted to hold the vehicle until the financing was processed, but they're about 60 miles away from me, so that would have been extremely inconvenient. On another note, it would be useful if your auto advocate could provide tips for buyers that just bought a vehicle about how not to get scammed when getting the vehicle serviced, particularly at a dealership. Now that I have a car, I need to think about what comes next. I'd hate to have made a good deal just to get taken for a ride when I need to get routine maintenance. Thanks, and keep up the good work, Andrew.
Well, I think we have those videos.
A couple videos from Yanni, and we're thinking about some things that we can do back on the website.
And as far as, I mean, most dealerships, the policy is that they want a credit application because they want to make sure you are who you say you are. But there is a way for them to run it without having a social security number. And they have to do an AFAC report. Which is required by the government because of the Patriot Act after 9/11, and that's to make sure that people don't appear to be on the governmental terrorist watch list, and that's the reason for it. But they don't need a social to run that report. So, yes, most dealerships will tell you it's policy, but they also understand that they don't need a social security number in order to perform the AFAC report.
Back up a little bit in the chat here, Pops. We've got Skyler saying policy is not law. You didn't sign a contract to follow the dealership's rules. That's a good point. Larry R says the competition. Kevin Hunter just did a good video on buyers' data rights. Awesome. Go check that out. That's probably super helpful. Want to scroll back up, Dad? Okay. Skyler let us know that they're getting about 10 cars a month, and we're running out.
Well, yeah, if you're getting 10 a month, you'd definitely be running out because you could probably sell 10 in a week.
Yeah, and so
10 in a couple days,
but
as opposed to
there's no one knows when they're getting more inventory. No. Jenny mentioned that she was at the dealership today, and it was so bare. Cars are parked diagonally, about 3 spaces apart.
Yeah, anything they can do to hide the asphalt.
Definitely practicing car lot feng shui. We saw a lot of that as we drove cross country.
Yes,
Cars parked
it is true that there really are shortages of cars. Dealerships don't like to operate when there's more asphalt than there's metal, and because to a certain degree it doesn't bode well for them. As Skylar mentioned, they're going to run out of cars. Well, that's not an enviable position.
When do you think? Because we've been tracking, Automotive News provides it, and obviously back on our website we have it too. The market day supply. Volvo right now is in the best position. They have the most inventory of all the different OEMs, but I think it's like Subaru's less than 20 days market day supply of their inventory. I mean,
nobody has a lot.
I know, but like we legitimately might run out.
Yes.
Russ has a question here. Why do dealers say you can't pay off a loan until 6 months? Can it be paid earlier? We've done a few videos on this topic.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to protect their interests. They want to protect the money that they made on placing the loan. And if it gets paid off before 90 days, then it's 100% chargeback for what they earned. So that's why they tell you 6 months, because they're hopeful that within 6 months you'll forget to do it. And B, they don't have to worry about any finance chargebacks from the banks.
So feel confident refinancing or paying off.
Yes, but also double check. I mean, there's probably 1 or 2 states where there can be a prepayment penalty.
Yeah, it's on the contract. You have to read your contract.
So, yes, make sure you read that.
All right, Pops, let's go to the next email from Dave here.
Okay.
It seems that dealerships are basing the price of used trucks on what they're going for at auction. In my area of Ohio, the prices are ridiculously high for what you're getting. I can't believe the banks are lending money for these vehicles unless there are stipulations I'm not aware of. There has to be a downside to the current market when things get back to normal because of this chip shortage. Would just like to hear your thoughts on this. Thanks for all your help and terrific information I've learned from your channel.
Well, yeah, the issue becomes the loan-to-value ratios. So one of the things that we've noticed in tracking some of the data that we tracked, and we actually get the information from Automotive News, is the size of a customer's down payment has grown dramatically as the prices of the cars has skyrocketed.
Please explain this. It's super interesting.
So when cars were cheaper, on average, the down payment might have been like $2,500, and now that the cars are ridiculously expensive, the average down payment's somewhere probably between $3,500 and $3,800. And the reason that there's larger down payments is to bring the amount financed within the guidelines that are stipulated by the lending institution. So what we've seen is that it requires more money down, greater participation from the customer in order to be able to qualify.
It's the only way to make the ratio work.
Yes.
Craziness.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go through. Man, thank you to everyone who's contributing here. Russ says, I was chatting with the sales manager at my local Subaru dealership, and he said they are normally a 150 car per month dealership. They are only getting 20 cars next month.
I wonder how that makes that dealership feel. I wonder how that makes their sales staff feel. Everybody has to be thinking about...
are we going to see layoffs?
Well, layoffs or people are going to quit. I mean, if you're a salesperson in a store that has that normally does 150 cars a month, and you're one of the top salespeople, and say you sell 15 to 20 cars a month, okay, so that you can make a fairly decent living. And now suddenly you have to get as big a percentage out of the 40 or 50 cars that the store is going to sell that month. That's going to make it a lot harder, especially if there's the same number of salespeople that there's always been. So either there will be layoffs or people will leave voluntarily, because you can't make a living selling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars a month. You just can't.
When do you think it's going to hit? When do you think it's going to hit the fan? I know it's hard for us to get. I'm just curious.
You
think 2 more months?
August, I know when we spoke to our friend Chip, and I do need to give Chip a call. I haven't spoken to him in a while.
But I'm curious his perspective.
But Chip was like, I think during the summer we're all going to be running out of cars, and as it seems to be playing out, he might be right. Ford just shut down their F-150 plants for another couple weeks. Stellantis is running into issues. All the manufacturers are running into issues. The chip shortage is not going to be resolved anytime soon. The vehicles that have been built that are awaiting chips, well, they're not going to get completed anytime soon, because whatever chips are available at the moment, they're probably using those to either finish up some of those vehicles that have been built, or to be taking care of sold units.
Another question for you. What the heck is going to happen with all of these vehicles that are now being parked and waiting for chips to complete modules once we reach the next model year?
Well,
let's talk this through, and everyone in the chat, please contribute as well. What is going to happen? Because next model year starts for some manufacturers October.
Well, I can tell you right now, there's 2022 minis on lots, and I can tell you having.
But let's look at like Ford.
Well, obviously, Ford's already
and Ford was already behind.
They were already behind the 8 ball when it came to the 2021 model year cars. I don't know. Maybe they'll extend how long they're going to produce the 2021s. And maybe the model year changeover will no longer be August, September, but maybe moving forward, because of chip shortages, maybe the model year will actually follow the calendar year much more closely than it has in the past. I don't know.
Yeah,
these manufacturers weren't particularly good at forecasting the future when the pandemic hit, and how they were, or what they were going to need in the way of chips moving forward. So if they couldn't predict that, what makes us have any confidence that they can figure out if and when they should convert over to the next model year?
Yep. We've got a question here, pops from Usman.
Yeah.
I'm looking to lease 2 new vehicles in the next few months.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't I just focus on monthly payments if I can get mileage I want with minimal or no money down? Why does the out-the-door price matter for a lease?
Well, the out-the-door price doesn't matter as much as the discount off of the MSRP matters. You want to know what the selling price is prior to any incentives that the vehicle might qualify for. So on a lease, you're not necessarily asking for an out-the-door price. You're trying to figure out exactly what the selling or the discounted selling price is going to be before any rebates are applied. And you want to know things like money factor, because the money factor can there's a buy rate on the money factor and a sell rate on the money factor, and that's a way for dealerships to make additional money. So those are the issues that you want to concern yourself with on a lease. Yes, payment's important, amount of miles that you're allowed to drive is important, but understanding all the factors that go into how those payments are calculated between the residual values, the money factors, and the agreed upon selling price. Those are the things you really want to concern yourself with.
Gary,
you don't want to give the dealer the opportunity to just back into a payment for you.
Gary Boynton says, in one of your videos you mentioned cars parked in the fields.
Yes.
Will they be flooding the market when chips come in? Lot rot will become field yield. And that's actually what I'm kind of getting at as well.
Yes.
Like I think eventually it's going to eventually all those vehicles are all going to come to market at very similar times, plus the next model year.
Well, you say that, and I will respectfully disagree with you on that. And the reason I say that is because I don't think there's going to be a sudden influx of chips, a massive influx of chips, so they can complete all these vehicles at one time that are just sitting in the fields. I think the extra chips that they may get will be few and far between.
I'm definitely thinking waterfall. You're thinking trickle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think it'll be more trickle than waterfall, because I don't think they're going to get a big enough increase in their chip supply for all these cars to get completed and hit the market at one time.
Danny's got a question. Hiya. I was wondering, how do you get dealerships to compete against each other after getting OTT out the door, OTD prices from them? Contact other dealerships.
Yeah, you contact the other dealer and you say, hey, dealer A said they'll do it for this. Can you beat it? And if you can, by how much? And then you work each dealer against each other. And at a certain point when nobody has cars, they're just going to go, hey, pound sand, we're not interested. But until they reach that point, and if there's still some incentives from the manufacturer to hit sales objectives for a month, there could be a competition that yields you a better price.
All right, Pops, we got a question here in the email from Joshua Bellinger.
Okay.
Hi, Zach. Question. How can damage to a vehicle not show up on the Carfax report? I followed your advice on a recent used car search for a 2020 BMW 330i and searched the VIN. On the search, a site called Bad VIN popped up and showed blurred images of what looked like had been previous damage. I knew it was a rental car and was sold at auction before the dealer purchased it. The Carfax didn't show any damage, but I was curious what the car may have looked like at the auction I purchased. There were about 10 images, with one showing the VIN and another with mileage. It's the vehicle, but to my surprise, there was significant damage to the hood area that was never reported. Image attached.
Yeah. Well, if it was part of a rental car fleet and they take care of doing the body work, then they're never going to report it to Carfax, and Carfax can only include what becomes available to them as far as information is concerned. And if the rental company does their own repairs, they're not going to let Carfax know. What's in it for the rental car company to do that?
We have an article back on the website. How reliable is Carfax? Can you trust a Carfax report? I will.
Yeah, look at that. Only as good as the data they receive.
Yep. Boom. All right, let's keep running through the emails, Pops.
Yes, that's what I'm here for.
Jay Carr says, hi, Zach. Thank you and your dad for providing this great service. You've lifted the veil of the complicated car buying process.
Ooh, yeah.
I like that. Question, let's assume you've negotiated an out-the-door price and you're getting ready to negotiate your trade-in as a separate transaction. You've gotten quotes from CarMax, Carvana, Vroom, so you are informed about your trade-in's value. You know that you need the trade-in to help with the down payment of the new car you just negotiated the price on, but you can't reach a satisfactory price with the dealer on the trade-in. How do you pause the buying process with the dealer so that you can now run your car over to CarMax, sell it, and return with the money for the down payment on your new car? I've pictured myself in this situation and caving to the dealer on my trade-in price because I'm anxious to get the buying process done and not lose my hard-fought OTD price. What do you think, Pops?
You give them a deposit to hold the car for X amount of time. Maybe it's 24 hours, maybe it's 48 hours, so you have time to run over to CarMax, sell your car, run on back, complete your transaction.
Yep, there you go. Yeah. Deposit. Yeah. Jenny says, Zach, I sent you an email today updating you on the buying process for my Blazer. It's a little longer, but lots happened. Jenny, let's get through the emails that came through from the responses, and let's pull up yours and we'll read it out. I'm excited to see what's going on. Hopefully good news. Yeah, we've only got 11 more emails, so let's get through them.
11 of many, it says. 11 of many.
Yeah, that's the 2036.
Oh, there are a lot.
Thanks, Zach. Hey, my wife and I recently used your guys' advice with our purchase of our 2021 Honda Passport EXL. MSRP was $39,000, paid $37,000.
Very nice.
Love it. That is going to get the first
Ray Shefska stamp of approval for today. Yeah, that was very nicely done in today's world. That is an excellent job of negotiating.
Arthur Tang. Hello, Team Auto Advocate. I know you mentioned it's not the best time to purchase a car. Yeah, there's been better times. So what are your recommendations for someone who is currently unemployed but has enough for a down payment? Is it better to lease or purchase a CPO?
If you're unemployed, you're not going to be able to lease or finance. You need to pay cash. The only way you can finance something is if you have the ability to pay back the loan. And what that's going to require is either that you're receiving a tremendous amount of investment income from your stocks and bonds that you can verify, or that you have a job and you can verify your employment. But if you're unemployed, they're not going to give you a loan or a lease. And you have to recognize that there's greater risk for a lending institution when it comes to leasing. So it's harder credit-wise to qualify for a lease than it is for a loan.
All right, Pops, well done. Nick says, hi, Zach, thanks for all that you do. My girlfriend's 2017 Infiniti QX50 lease is expiring, and she's strongly considering purchasing it. That's probably the right thing to do.
Okay.
It only has 16,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Her payoff is roughly $21,000, which is less than the car is likely worth. CarMax offered over $23,000. I'm sure Carvana and Vroom would be even higher.
Yes.
My question is whether she should deal directly with the leasing company or pay the dealer's assisted fee, $900, and have them take care of everything. Typically, she would do everything through the DMV herself, but she currently lives in a different state than the car is registered in. That, combined with DMV access still being limited, has her thinking it might be worth having the dealer handle the transition. What are your thoughts? Are there any pitfalls that she should be aware of in this situation?
Well, typically, if the dealer handles the transaction, if there's a dock fee or a processing fee that they would charge on any car that they were to retail, well, they'll apply that.
Yeah, so they were saying it's about $900.
But they can handle all the motor vehicle work, all the sales taxes, all the registration, everything right there for you. And if the car is registered in a different state than where she's living now, it very well might make her life easier.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's necessarily worth $900, but perhaps you can negotiate that a little bit, because if they're going to place the loan, they're more than likely going to mark up the
interest
rate
well.
on the loan.
So negotiate that.
Yes.
Mike Dean's in the house.
Mike Dean!
Congrats again on that promotion, Mike. I haven't stopped thinking about that.
Yeah.
All right, Vanch says, hey, Zach, hope you're well. Wanted to ask this question over email, but feel free to answer on live stream as well. I'm trying to buy a car by the end of the month and have my initial emails asking for the OTD price breakdown ready to go. What day would you and your father recommend I send those out to dealers? Are we close enough to the end of the month? Yep. That I can send today or hold off for a slower day next week, such as Tuesday?
No.
Because of the supply shortage.
Because there's such a shortage of vehicles. Get the process started. You do have Memorial Day weekend coming up. I can't imagine that the incentives are going to be as large this year as they've been in years past. But having said that, there still will probably be some incentives, and you want to take advantage of that before they go away, or before the vehicles that you might be interested in are gone.
Pops, we got a question here from Gary Boynton, who was also in the chat.
Yeah.
Gary, thanks for this. Good afternoon. I'm looking forward to the live stream. Thanks for being here, Gary.
Yes.
I've binged so many of your videos. Sorry, Gary.
Yes.
In addition, I think that I was one of the fastest to complete deal school. Nice.
Okay.
My scenario, I have a 2013 Chevy Malibu in excellent condition that I'm selling my 22-year-old for $6,000. Quite the steal, but she's graduating college, so it's a partial gift. Gary, I'll give you 6.5 just to
Wow. Just to make his daughter have to pay more?
I'm in the market for another car, but I'm very
he's graduating, but you're going to make his son have to pay more?
That's what you got. It's a life lesson.
Oh my God.
Tough times out there.
It is tough times.
When I was a kid, I walked to school
how come I'm not
uphill.
Both
directions.
Both directions in the snow without shoes. So how come I'm just giving the Subaru to your sister? Wait, I
you could sell that thing.
Well.
All right, let's keep going.
We know what that car's been.
I'm in the market for another car, but I'm very wide open on make and model, new or used. I feel this makes me kind of a wild card because I could offer a dealership some amazing opportunity that would help them get major incentives and give me an amazing deal. Is there a way to leverage this? I only have a few bells and whistles in mind. I'll outline below. Put down a significant amount of money, $25,000 OTD. Would like all-wheel driver. Okay. With the above in mind, dual zone. I'm not opposed to Carvana. Stop looking at Zoom because of their Vroom, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone like Gary did, when they're in a situation where they literally could buy whatever the heck they want for a particular price point.
Yeah.
Is there anything advantageous that brings to the table at the dealership?
Well, you just know that on a pre-owned car, you're going to be paying too much.
No. I mean, like, is there anything, if I come in and I literally say I've got $25,000 out the door I want to spend?
Well, you don't want to tell them that.
Exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So, like,
you don't want to tell them that because they'll tailor whatever car it is to get you to the $25,000 that you want to be, where it'll maximize their profit. Now, I'm not suggesting that they shouldn't make a profit, because they should. They're entitled to make a profit. Your job, okay, if you choose to accept it, is to minimize the amount of profit they make because of the way car sales are structured in this country.
Oldest unit on lot.
Yes.
Ugliest
color. But yeah, go in, ask for, I'm interested in X type of vehicle. What's the oldest one you have in your inventory that you might be the most motivated to get rid of? Exactly. And I know that we get a lot of comments and the people say, yeah, but how do I know they're really going to tell me it's their oldest? Because they want to get rid of it. Okay, there's an incentive.
Run it back on the market price report.
You can run it back on the market price report. And if it's a new car, you can look on the manufacturer plate on the driver's door. We have a perfect example of this, if I may, for a moment, where somebody I know and love that's probably sitting directly to my left recently bought a scooter.
Yeah.
Okay.
A moped, a Vespa.
Yeah. A Vespa type scooter.
Yeah, but cheaper.
Much cheaper. Okay.
And, my dad found it.
And you look at the plate on the scooter, and it was manufactured in June of 2018. It's a brand new scooter. It had 0 miles on it. Okay. Was it the oldest one in their inventory? I don't know. They sold it kind of cheap. It was the only new one they had left in their inventory. But you can always find out when the vehicle was produced, because there's the plate, whether it be on a car or a truck, a motorcycle, a scooter, that lists who the manufacturer was, the month and year that it was manufactured, and it has the VIN number. So you can get that information. So if you're thinking that you go to a dealership and you say, gee, what's the oldest new car you have? And they're suddenly going to slip in a new one. Well, A, why would they? They want to get rid of the oldest one. And B, check the manufacturing plate on the door jamb, and that'll verify how long it's been sitting there, more than likely.
Well said, Pop. Skylar also mentioned that on the Carfax, it might show how long it's been in inventory as well. Yes. And Allie is excited about the scooter, which I appreciate.
Yes.
All right,
yes,
Pops,
a scooter. Yes. Do we have any pictures?
Ramon.
I want you to know there's nothing wrong with this scooter. I had to tighten the driver's side mirror that was wobbling. But Ramon. Ramon's a friend of mine.
Wapner
at 4.
Ramon, hello, Zach and team. I'm looking for an SUV and thinking of going towards a Ford Escape. Question, Is it worth going with a hybrid versus a gas vehicle? I'm more interested in the economic aspect. Seems that as far as gas expenses, the higher price in hybrids does not justify going hybrid. Do you have any? What's your take on gas versus hybrid on the Escape?
Well, are there any incentives for it being a hybrid that help lower the cost? Government incentives.
Ramon's right here.
Hi, Ramon.
No, look up there when you said.
Hi, Ramon. I was looking over at the screen where it says right here. So
potentially incentives for it being a hybrid.
Yes, and I can tell you this: when we drove cross country in December, we were able to buy gas as cheap as like $1.89 a gallon.
I'm sure I can find it.
Okay, and when we drove home earlier this month, I think the cheapest we saw gas was like $299, and in most places it was well in the mid to upper threes.
This is from Gas Buddy.
Not Gas Buddy.
No, it said Gas Buddy. Yeah, look at the URL, Gas Buddy.
Yeah, Gas Buddy.
You questioning Gas Buddy?
No, that's what I say when I got gas. I got
gas buddy. I just pretend like I don't, and then everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, gas is very expensive, but Ramon says there's no incentive. So I got recently an email from a Ford dealership with their Memorial Day savings.
Yes.
And it was a 2020 Escapes was what they were offering incentives on.
That's because they had a lot of them.
So take a look at the prior model year on the Escape. Would it be possible to review the proposal I've attached? Do I have a possibility of negotiating the price down? Let me stop sharing my screen, check if there's pi on it. PII.
Oh, pi. Yeah, there is.
No, not really.
Well, yeah, there's Ramon's
I got rid of it.
Email address, yeah.
Okay, so let's look at this deal.
Okay, so they gave him a 10% discount.
And then a $1,500 rebate.
Okay.
And then Flammer 5. I've seen
not
Flammer
the
5.
Flammer 5 protection program.
I've seen the Flammer 5s.
Yeah. I would ask them about that and what they can do about that.
I've worked with a few people that have been at this dealer group. They don't discount on that. It's really good.
Because that's the way to make up for that 10% discount.
So I would push on it.
Yes. And on top of that, then there's an $800 dock fee.
Why don't we run this one through the market price report? Give me 1 second.
I am in.
Can I copy it?
Oh, I hope you can. I think you have that skill set. Last time I checked.
All right, let me share my screen. Yeah, let's take a peek, Ramon, at what's going on in your area. Look at those guys.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the one on the right was really good looking. He's got a lot of hair.
You're very kind, Puss.
Yeah, and the other guy is again. Yeah, and the other guy, he just looked like he had sunglasses on. But they're photo gray. They just get dark all by themselves.
All right, we're running it here, Ramon. Let's see.
It could take a while, Ramon, only because, I have limited internet speed at the condo.
Okay, so, been on the lot for a while.
Yeah.
But there's 176 in the area.
Yeah.
None of
Wait, go back up. I want to see, where are we? Oh, we're in Florida.
Yeah, that's where the flams are.
Yeah, poor guy.
And look at these. All these suggested offers are below the
but look at how many miles are on these.
No, but the reason I'm saying that is because they're advertising ridiculous prices.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Ramon, I guess on the surface, it's probably actually...
Here's a hybrid.
Oops. Yeah, that's his.
Oh, there you have it. Yeah.
Ramon, on the surface, it actually is probably an okay deal in this market. The fact that you're pretty much getting out the door at a little bit above MSRP. That being said, I would try and contact.
Yeah, I would push back on the Flamer 5.
Let me see. Let me download this and open it separately because he said the Flammer 5 is in the comment here. Okay, give me 1 second, gang.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm just sharing it with everyone else. Flammer 5 protection is included on all new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Commercial use and specialty vehicles are excluded. See dealer for complete details. Incentives. So that doesn't really say. It just says that it's...
Yeah, it just says, hey, we're sticking it to you whether you want it or not.
That's what it says. So let's get back to Ramon's email.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to review... Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You do have the possibility of negotiating the price down. Where you have the most leverage is if you can get another dealer to compete.
Yes.
I have a bank loan for 2.75% interest versus what is being offered. If I don't go with Ford, am I risking the current incentive? Probably. But maybe not.
No, I don't know. Was it a finance incentive, the $1,500 rebate?
No, it was a $1,500 rebate.
Okay.
Yeah, but double check.
Yeah.
Ask them what rebate it is.
Yeah, but if it's a rebate from Ford, and it has nothing to do with financing.
Yeah,
then he shouldn't be risking the rebate.
And then if you do take that rebate from them, know that that same rebate's most likely applicable at the other Ford dealership nearby.
Yes. At all Ford dealerships probably in that area.
Likely.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Hassan. Hello, guys. I asked for an OTD price on the vehicle I'm interested in.
Yes.
All right. Market price report number 2 of the night. Let's just take a quick peek.
Geez.
Take a quick peek. Oh, yeah. We got a Challenger wide body.
Yeah.
Pretty cool looking.
Yeah. It's only been in a lot 102 days, and the local average is 178. So they're planning on holding it for a while longer.
I received an email back from them with the information. Can you please take a look and give me advice if it's a good deal or trying harder or just leave it alone? Thanks. Good morning, sir. Here is your OTD price for the Challenger Scat Pack. Why, buddy? MSRP is $59. They're discounting $3,000.
And plus a $4,800 rebate.
Price OTD. So wait, how do we get back up?
Yeah, so how did we get from 51.8 something back up to 58,145?
Let's see, where are we? Sales tax is going to be quite high wherever the heck we are. So let's go back. Where are we? So we are in California.
Well, we know the dock fee is only $85.
So sales tax, but this is on a $68,000.
So my suggestion would be.
Wait a second. How do we? Because of the MSRP. Yeah. Man, so they've got it advertised well below MSRP.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And they're taking more money off? Here would be my suggestion. Well, they're saying the MSRP is $59,680.
So let's double check. Let's go back to the VDP. So
what car are they really on?
Let's double check the VDP. Maybe they've got some data wrong on the website. No, 59. So we must have scraped it wrong. That's on our end. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the original MSRP is
59. No, it's 59.
What you need to do, Hassan, is to ask them for the breakdown of all the fees that got it to the 58,145.34. So you appreciate that they're showing you the MSRP, the discount, the selling price, and the rebate. Now you want a complete breakdown of what the taxes were, what the motor vehicle fees were, what the dock fee is, whatever dealer installed accessories that might not be disclosed in any of this pricing might be. So that's what you want to get. You want to get what made up this number.
The 58.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yes.
Yeah,
when you point at the screen, unfortunately.
Yeah, they can't see that. They can see that Ray's pointing at something. They just have no idea what I'm pointing at.
All right, let's go on here. Osman, who we were talking to earlier.
Yeah.
Why should I care about OTD when leasing? We talked about that.
Yes.
Alan.
Yes.
I'm using Costco to buy an SUV, but have not decided to get a Volvo or a Mercedes.
Yeah.
I will go to the Volvo dealership first and then to Mercedes down the street. Should I tell the Volvo salesman that I will decide after I visit the Mercedes dealership first?
Yes.
Would Volvo give me an out-the-door price if I tell them?
They might.
Should I be completely honest when I walk in?
Yeah, I mean, you're not telling them, gee, I'm going to go shop another Volvo dealer. What you're telling them is, I haven't made up my mind yet between a Volvo or a Mercedes-Benz. And one of the things that will help me make up my mind is getting the out-the-door number on the Volvo and getting the out-the-door number on the Mercedes-Benz. And then after I've driven both, I can determine which one I'm most comfortable spending the money on, but I need the out-the-door number. They're not thinking, oh my God, he's going to use that to go to another Volvo dealer.
Yeah, exactly.
You're comparing apples and oranges, but you want the out-the-door prices from both dealers.
Jeff Ross is in the house. He's from LA, Dad. What do you think LA stands for? Don't look.
Lower Alabama?
You're smart.
Yeah. Jeez.
Stefan, let's say. Or maybe it's Stefan. Hey, Zach, I plan on buying a used car at a dealership, but the thing is, it's been sitting in the parking lot for 246 days.
Yeah.
And is there anything I could use to negotiate other than what you helped us out with? I would say get the pre-purchase inspection. You're probably going to identify a few things from that.
Yeah, from it sitting on the lot that long. I can assure you, some type of lot rot, whether it be a battery, God knows what, it could be flat spots on the tires.
Pre-purchase inspection will identify some things to then negotiate.
Yes.
All right, last email, then we're going to Jenny's email.
Okay.
Daniel says, hey, thanks, Zach. I will tune in while trying to fix some minor issues on my 2009 Honda EXL before I trade it in or sell it privately.
Yeah.
Godspeed, Daniel. But thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
All right, let me find Jenny's email. Jenny Richards.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jenny. Hope you. Let's just double check. Jenny, you're cool with us reading the email out and going through this for everyone that's on the stream. I just want to make sure before we before we talk about the saga.
There's a saga.
Jenny. Yeah. When we were driving cross country, we took Jenny's call.
I remember.
While we're waiting for Jenny, what I'll do is I'll share with everyone what's coming soon.
What's coming soon?
Out the Door Pro.
Out the Door Pro.
I'm gonna keep hyping it until we actually have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this putting pressure on the team?
Oh, Jenny says it's okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Jenny.
All right, well, let me hype it real quick.
Yeah, we gotta hype the out the door Pro real fast.
If I can even find it.
If we can find it, out the door price calculator.
Oh nope, that's the old one. All right, Jenny, we're gonna just
So much for the hype.
I'm a good salesman.
No, you are.
Thanks, Pops.
No, I've listened to you.
Jenny Richards. Yeah. Hi, Zach and Ray. This is Jenny Richards.
Well, we knew that.
Do not be giving Jenny sass. Jenny is too good to us.
I'm not giving Jenny sass. I thought I was giving you sass.
What does LA stand for again?
Lower Arkansas. LA. Beat LA.
Dad, what are you doing?
Hey, well, the Suns are playing the Lakers starting
Los
Sunday.
Angeles.
Beat LA. Let's go.
Hi, Zach and Ray. This is Jenny Richards.
Not going to say a word.
Do you remember that one phone caller? Do you remember that one phone call? I'm sorry.
I'm getting a headache.
I worked before I retired.
Yeah.
That poor gentleman.
Yeah, I remember.
I had a job before I retired.
Yeah, most people do. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Hi, Zach and Ray. This is Jenny Richards.
No, you're kidding.
I know,
Jenny.
I know this is a long email, but I wanted to update you on the purchase of my new Blazer, which we adore, by the way.
Okay.
I've never gone through a car purchase as confusing as this one in 40 years and never will again.
Okay.
On February 24th, we negotiated a price of $40,798, nearly $6,000 below MSRP.
Yes.
The car was delivered May 10th at a cost of $45,809.
Yeah.
And we were told we would not get the May Chevy rebate of 10% MSRP, either because they already applied a rebate when we ordered the car. In May, they were going to deny the first responders rebate as well. No rebate was mentioned in February, so we were expecting to get the May rebate at delivery.
Yeah.
We also didn't know how much that rebate was because we didn't know that about it until May 10th. I mean, when you order a car, you have no way to know what the rebate might
God,
be.
I hope you didn't sign a form signing whatever rebates there were over to the dealership.
We discussed rebates 3 times, once after a test drive and twice during February negotiations, and each time the answer was rebates are applied after the car is delivered, not ordered.
Yes.
Of course, they said they would be willing to give us back our deposit.
Yes.
We knew they would be able to sell it at MSRP or more within days. We didn't have a choice. If we didn't accept the conditions, we would have to forfeit the car. After I let them know how angry I was that this occurred, the sales manager began taking things off to adjust the cost.
Yeah.
I admit I was so angry that I got flustered and lost my focus a little. When they asked if things were all right, I told them I had planned to check out their financing gap in VSC, but after this, I didn't feel like giving them my business.
Okay.
The F&I guy came in and said he could probably get the finance rate under 2%. My credit union was 3.19. He came back with 1.83.
Okay.
So we went with their financing. After all, money is money, green is green.
Yes.
I'm not stupid. I also took their gap insurance as it was only $25 more than the credit union.
Okay.
But get this, their VSC was $2,890, $2,890.
Yeah.
Passed on that one. We'll be talking with Kimberly tomorrow about your VSC. A few days later, I contacted my credit union and they dropped their rate to 1.79. So now I'm refinancing with them when my title comes in, hopefully within 3 to 4 weeks. Now their dealership will have to come up with the chargeback fee. After being unable to get the numbers to make sense, I went back today to the dealership and told them I needed to know how much that rebate was, what the original selling price they used for the car, and why it was so much higher, and why they took the rebate off before delivery. I said people I know, YAA, and internet research all say that they are applied at delivery. They said that they could take it off whatever they needed to. They said they could take it off whenever they needed to, I countered with they should at least make the customer aware when they do that. The sales manager that we worked with in February outlined what he did. He rearranged figures. All right, so let's start to break this down. Rebates, $2,750 first responder and current 10% MSRP, and deducted the other fees and the doc fee from the buyer's order. When added up, it came to a difference of $199 in my favor and $6,201 below MSRP. Still not bad for our current crazy market. This $199 difference just happens to be the same as the doc fee, capped at $199 in Missouri. So it turns out I got close to my original deal after all, and I'm okay with that. Wish I'd known about the rebate in February. I would have negotiated lower. I hope I did okay and didn't end up getting taken too bad. The sales manager said he and the salesman both were reprimanded because of the money they lost to make this deal work. I'm sure they didn't lose that much. I told him at least they have a car sale to count towards their monthly sales bonus. So let's break this down because I'm a little confused.
Okay.
So the original negotiated price was this.
Yes.
Then it was this.
Yeah.
How is it now? I guess I'm tired, Jenny, so this is probably on my end. So did you end up getting the $6,200 discount? I guess that's what happened.
Yeah, apparently. But it was explained poorly at the time of delivery.
Gotcha.
Apparently. Yeah.
Now it looks like I may have to get another car for my daughter, as the Equinox I was giving her when my Blazer came in is now in limbo with the insurance companies who want to total out the car after I was rear-ended 3 weeks ago. I'm sorry to hear that.
Ooh.
If I can't get things resolved where I can somehow keep the car, then I get to do this all over again. The fun never ends. Ha ha ha. That seems like a sarcastic.
Yeah.
Thanks for all your support and the YA community you've created, as well as all the people behind the scenes. Always look forward to the live streams. Keep up the good work, Zach and Pops. And ladies, stay strong, stay focused, and ask questions. You can do this. See you tonight, I hope.
Yeah, that's the key, is to always ask questions. If you don't understand what some of the charges are, stop the process, slow it down, get explanations, and get the explanations until you're satisfied with what the explanation is. Rebates are applied at the time of delivery in 98% of all cases.
What percent?
98. Could be 99, it might be 97. I don't know. I picked 98 tonight.
You've got a line.
6% of...
No, it's like, where do you get this? I make it up.
I make this shit up. But typically, you can't lock in rebates. In some cases you can, but typically you cannot. And it's whatever the rebate is at the time of delivery. And that's when the rebate gets applied. Anything other than that is typically nonsense that somebody's sharing with you. So slow the process down so you can make sure that you understand what all the numbers are and how they all add up, so that you don't end up feeling confused or hurt or taken advantage of, because it's a big expense to buy a car, new or used, and you should be comfortable with what it is that you're doing and who it is that you're doing it with. And most dealerships, they want to use smoke and mirrors, and they want to throw out so many different figures at you to confuse you, but it's your job as the customer to slow it down. And I'm glad that ultimately it ended up working out for Jenny. And it wouldn't surprise me if they took some guff for taking a short deal in this environment today. I could see the owner complaining. Yeah. Because like so many dealerships, where they used to get 150 cars, they're getting 30 or 40 cars a month. That has an impact.
So let's give George K. Pops the Rayshevska stamp of approval. George leased his 2020 Kia Niro.
Yes.
Worked 6 different dealers to get his deal. Saved a ton. There it is. Congrats, George. Kudos to you. Yes. We've had a few more questions come in through email, so let's address those, Pops, as well.
Even I'm getting tired.
All right, let's knock him out.
Okay.
Charles says, hello, guys. Charlie here. Thanks for all you do. I ran across this used 2020 Honda Accord Sport that was a lease. The Carfax said there was damage. The car is at a Honda dealer, and I'm wondering why they didn't make it a certified car.
Probably because it had damage.
Within the past 2 days, the price has gone up $2,000, which is more than a brand new.
That part doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, sounds like looking for new ones is probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Might be the way to go.
Thank you and happy early birthday.
Well, thank you.
All right, we've got another one here.
Yes.
Any thoughts on this potential deal? MSRP 50.
It's missing a number.
These are high, or these numbers decent. This is on the Express. If it's through their online portal, likely there's still some wiggle room that you can do. So Prashanta, I think we would recommend probably not necessarily going in, but asking for the OTD.
Yes.
Getting it written out.
Getting a complete breakdown of the out-the-door pricing.
That's
so you know what how every dollar is being calculated.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. All right, Pops, let's do one more here.
Okay.
This is from Maggie. Hi, Zach and Ray. I've attached a couple quotes. However, please focus on the second one.
Okay.
The VW Atlas Crossport. Please advise about residual percentage in the cash down section. I'm not sure how to interpret that. Yeah, lots of questions about leases.
Okay.
I'd emailed a couple of VW dealers using your email template. Thank you. And would like to know about this lease quote. All right, Maggie, let me make sure there's no pie on this.
It's the second one. Is that the sport? Yes, that's the
okay. So let me get rid of her pie.
Pie. Okay.
And let me share my screen.
Okay.
Okay, let's break this down.
Okay. So for 36 months, it's got a 56% residual.
So let's just go very, very baseline. What does 56% residual mean?
That means that they're figuring 3 years from now that the car will have a value that's approximately 56% of its original MSRP.
So you're paying 44%.
So you're paying 44% the amount that they figure it's going to depreciate.
They also wrote in a money
factor of
0.0031. What is that? 0.9%?
No, it's more than that. Times 2,400. I don't have my phone here.
I'll do it. Okay. 0.0031.
No, 3 zeros. 0.00.
Oh, I thought it was 4 zeros. That's what I. 0.7. I'm getting good, baby.
You're getting good.
0.74%.
That doesn't seem right.
Are you gonna fight a computer?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem right.
0.00031.
Yeah.
Times 2,400.
Okay.
Do you need me to do this like on Scratch?
Do it on a calculator.
All right, folks.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That was on me.
Yeah.
You keep talking to Maggie.
He's tired too. I will tell you that.
You keep talking to Maggie. I'm going to show you.
So and they gave you a nice discount, Maggie. And this is a 2021 Volkswagen Atlas Crossport. Okay. Okay, 0.74%. That's cheap money.
Well, let me so that the folks at home can play along as well.
Yeah, folks at home, you can play along as well. Yes, it's cheap money.
That was blurry. Sorry, gang.
Okay, yeah. So it's cheap money.
So they're probably not marking that up.
No, not if it's 0.00031%. No, they're not marking it up.
Yep.
So, and the residual is set by Volkswagen Finance, because I'm assuming that's who this is.
Yeah, residual values are non-negotiable.
Yeah, so this was more than likely through Volkswagen Credit. So other than the sky-high doc fee of $799, it looks pretty reasonable.
And $265 in taxable fees. So there's like $1,000 in question mark here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would just push on that.
But they're giving you almost $5,700 off.
No, this seems great. Having not run a market price report and seen what the conditions are on the surface, this seems really good. And I'm not going to share it because Maggie's got her pie all over here, but you've got you've got another quote to compare it with. So you've got different options here, which is
and
great.
Scroll back up and
this other one. Yep.
Yeah, which was like nothing.
This is for a Tiguan.
Yeah, 0.00001, which is like
free.
Yeah, virtually free money.
Yeah, Maggie, jump on one of these. Those seem competitive.
Yeah.
Okay, Pops. Jenny says, Zach, do you want the invoice on the Blazer? If you're willing to send it over, please. In case anyone's working a Blazer deal, we'd love to be able to help them.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 days, 10 ways campaign.
When's that coming up?
Saturday night.
This Saturday?
If you fill out this little form, you're going to get an email notification each night that we're going live. You'll also get
how many hours each night? 4. No, seriously.
So yeah, it's one. I told you we're doing one work week worth of live streams.
No, really. How many hours are we
40
doing?
hours.
No, we're not.
400 hours. 0.0031 times.
Welcome to the Jerry Lewis Telethon. Okay. Yeah.
Gary Boynton wants to know at what point will you be saying 44 years in the industry?
Not, because I'm not in the industry any longer. So, no, I'm done. I am done. My life is consumed by trying to help people make it easier for them to buy a car, not for me to be involved in the industry. I don't want to be involved anymore, other than doing this.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a TV
I want to become a media darling.
Oh, we just filmed today. I think everyone will be excited. 3 roleplay videos.
Yes.
With Miss Kimberly Klein.
Yes.
Really good.
Well, we hope you find
it. We were really entertained.
Yeah, we hope you find it as entertaining as we did making them.
If you have suggestions for us, as always, feel free to send over an email.
Please.
Put it in the chat. Thank you to everyone for being here tonight.
Yes.
And see you on Saturday.
Yeah, for those of you who want to be part of the 10 days and 10 ways to save, please join us Saturday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then every night thereafter through the 31st of May.
Including my dad's birthday on May 25th. Please join for that. Tuesday. We've got a couple surprises planned.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know what they are. Other than I know that there's going to be a video where everybody's going to wish me a happy birthday of some kind.
I screwed up.
Yeah, you included me on that email.
Right, good night. Good night, all.
Good night, everybody.
Really screwed that up.
Damn. God. That was fun.